All right, Bert, are you ready for some burning questions?
I think we have time for one, but yeah, let's
All
at
right.
least get to the one.
This is an easy one. Is sexual orientation and gender identity still protected?
So that's a good question. The Supreme Court of the United States said that sexual orientation and gender identity is protected. So that is the law of the land. Now, whether sexual orientation and gender identity as part of a diversity, equity, and inclusion type program has some sort of preference. I think certainly if you're a federal contractor, the answer to that is no. After President Trump's executive orders, although there are a lot of court challenges to that. And if you're a private employer, the answer is it really depends on your on your policy. But there are even challenges against private companies who are still pursuing diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts that have some sort of a favoritism or bias in favor of certain protected categories to the exclusion of other protected categories. So, sexual orientation, gender identity, yes, it is protected in the workplace. But what that means is that people have to be treated equally regardless of their sexual orientation or gender identity. It does not mean that those people would get any sort of preference.
So if I summarize it really easy, just hire based on the merit of the individual and don't give anyone preference at all based on any factor, feature, quality, trait, any of these other things other than merit, and you'll be just fine.
That's a good way to say it, Phil.
So easy. It's so
Yes,
easy.
it's so easy, and that's the safe approach.
All right. Okay.
Thanks for being an on-demand viewer of This Week at Work. Don't forget you can be part of the show by watching live at 7:30 a.m. Central every Thursday morning, when you can get your burning questions answered by using the question mark icon to the right of the player. In fact, you can ask a question now. Head over to aimea.org. Under Member Resources, you'll find This Week at Work. Click Listen Live to register for our next episode and submit a question. Or follow or subscribe wherever you get your news and entertainment. We'll see you next week when we discuss what's happening this week at work.